Good evening. My name is Soothed, and tonight I have written another adventure for you. You're a diplomat for the Empress, traveling back to your lands when suddenly you become injured. Fortunately, you're found by a skilled healer. Before you passed out from your wounds, she promised that she would take care of you. Moments or days later, you wake up in a strange place. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you can be notified when I've written another story for you. Now, please focus on the sound of my voice and relax. Let's begin. Before your eyes open, you hear the sound of wind chimes. Sunlight warms your face, and there's a soft feather mattress underneath you. Taking a deep breath in, you feel the weight of the blanket atop your chest and smell something cooking. You open your eyes and are greeted by the sight of cheery stone walls and a low ceiling stuffed with yellow straw. Linen curtains are blowing in the breeze, and there's a sprawling green pasture outside. You can see your horse grazing peacefully through the window. Fresh wildflowers are on the nightstand beside your bed. This place is like a cottage out of a fairy tale. You reach out, brushing the pads of your fingers against the petals and taking another deep, grounding breath. You steel yourself for a moment, gathering your energy for what comes next. With a groan, you heave yourself up so you're sitting up in the bed, affording you a better view of the room. There's tiny oil paintings on the stone cottage walls, depicting holy symbols that you know offer protection to travelers. They're done in warm golden yellows and rich earthy browns. Your eyes run over the lines of the painting while you try to remember how you wound up here. You recall the sounds of a carriage and being soothed by a woman with white hair. There was magic. You hear robes rustling, then the doorknob to your room turns. It's the same woman from the carriage, the cleric. She enters the room with a steaming bowl of vegetable soup and seats herself at the edge of the bed. You're awake. You're awake. Good. You've been sleeping off that poison for 2 days now. How are you feeling? Can you follow my finger? Yes. Left to right. And again. Left to right. Has anyone ever told you that your irises are a lovely color? Here, let me put this soup on the nightstand. May I have your wrist? I promise I'll be gentle. I want to take your pulse. Be still. Breathe deeply. Your heart is quite fast, but that's better than too slow. You're staring at the soup aren't you? Pardon me, you must be starving. I'm not much of a cook, but your stomach needs something gentle. There's barley, and I found some carrots in the garden. Here, let me feed you. Open up. Good. This way I can make sure you don't rush through your meal. I want to check on you as you go. And make sure you're feeling all right. Recovery is a gentle thing. Where are we? Oh, yes, that's a question I should have anticipated. This is called a traveler's sanctuary. They're used by my order. It's quaint, isn't it? They have dozens of them, little cottages scattered across the country to use for healing any sick or injured people we might find on our travels. Your horse seems to like it. He was grazing happily while I picked carrots for the soup. Here, another sip, please. I may have fed your horse a carrot. I hope that's all right. He's a sweet thing, so well-tempered. I don't spend much time around horses, but I can tell he's had a good life with you. All right. With your permission, may I place my hand on your stomach? Thank you. I hope you're not ticklish. I just need to poke and prod a bit. Thank goodness my fingers are warm from the soup bowl. That's a kidney and your stomach. Found it. Ah, it seems normal now. You know, when you're not fighting off a deadly poison, I'm sure you're quite healthy. You look like you take care of yourself. I imagine the life of a diplomat can be very demanding. I'm not your doctor, but I do feel inclined to say you should continue living your life as you do. I mean, with the exception of having dinner with evil lords. Honestly, you must pay careful attention to the wine glass of your host, especially when they could gain something from your death. Pardon my lecture, you've been a fine patient, but here you've earned more of your meal. Open wide. Be careful, it's still hot. There. Are you comfortable aside from your hunger? Do you need another blanket? Good. You should be fit to ride after another day of rest. Don't worry, I have no intention of leaving your side until we both speak to the Empress about what happened to you. And on that note, here, you can hold the bowl now. You've done well, and I trust you to feed yourself. And I want you to see this. I've done up toxology reports, a physician's statement, and an eyewitness account. Bureaucracy has its pitfalls, but I must admit there's something very satisfying about completing paperwork for justice. The noble lord who poisoned you will have neither land or titles when the Empress is through with them. I've written ahead to my order and informed them of the situation as well. Oh, here, you have a little soup on your cheek. Let me dab at it with a napkin. So, you're fed and well on the way to recovery. Would you like to travel to report to the Empress in my carriage? Your horse is welcome as well. Good. I'd like more time in your company. That is, when you're not in danger of shedding your mortal coil. And you won't be my patient anymore. I'm not very good at this sort of thing. I'd like to get to know you in a more romantic sense. I didn't see a wedding ring on your finger. Good. Good. Of course, nothing. Nothing now, just the possibility. I really like your eyes. Do you play chess? I have a chessboard with me, and I've been looking at it the whole journey, heartbroken that I had no one to play with. Are you any good? Wonderful. I'm going to look forward to it. In the meantime, you should try to lay down for a nap. I'll just be in the other room if you need me, okay? Rest well. The end. Thank you for listening to my story and sharing your time with me. But if you're hearing me now, I'm sorry you're still awake. Do you think another story would help? I'll leave two linked afterwards that I think might help. I'm sorry to ask this, but a large portion of the people who listen to my audios aren't subscribed to my channel. If you enjoyed the sound of my voice, would you please spend your time with me again by subscribing and ringing the bell? Thank you. I read and reply to every comment as well, and I'd love to know your thoughts on your recovery and the cleric who healed you. Please take care of yourself and rest well. I'll see you again soon. Good night.